you ever diet for 2 weeks, train hard, step in front of the mirror, and your belly looks exactly the same? I see this all the time. What most people don't consider is that your belly is the last place you'll see fat loss. As a coach who has helped hundreds of busy professionals get lean, the first signs of fat loss are almost always invisible. So today, I want to give you 5 signs that your belly fat is actually decreasing, even if your eyes cannot see it yet. Let's jump straight into the first sign, and this one surprises almost everyone I coach. Your body burns internal visceral fat first. The fat wrapped around your organs goes down first, before it touches the pinchable fat on your stomach. So you can literally be losing fat every single day without seeing any change in the mirror. Think of it like renovating a house. The plumbing behind the wall gets fixed first, even though the wall looks exactly the same from the outside. Just because you cannot see the progress does not mean nothing is happening. When visceral fat goes down, the internal pressure behind your abdominal wall drops as well. You know that feeling of having a hard, large stomach, also known as a beer belly? Well, that typically is a sign you have high visceral fat. When you start dropping visceral fat, your belly might look the same from the outside, but when you squeeze and pinch your stomach, it's softer and it doesn't push out as much. This is subtle, but going from a hard beer belly to a softer, flatter stomach is the first sign of real fat loss progress. Quick example, I have an online coaching client, Zachariah. In the first 2 months of us working together, he dropped 5% body fat. And in these first 5%, he kept saying, "I do not see much, my belly is still sticking out." But his waist was shrinking, his shirts were feeling better, so objectively, he was dropping body fat, but just was not able to see it that much yet. Then we kept going. At 25% body fat, the progress started being a lot more noticeable. And when we got down to an eventual 15% body fat, boom. Abs, clear muscle definition. All the invisible fat loss progress finally showed up. That's exactly how belly fat loss works. The changes happen on the inside first. The mirror catches up later. So if your stomach still looks the same but your waist feels a little bit smaller, or your belly does not push out as much when you relax, this is a great sign you are dropping visceral fat and are on the right path. Now, the second sign, and this one is more powerful than many people think, having predictable hunger waves in the day. When you are actually losing fat consistently, your hunger stops feeling chaotic. It becomes calmer, more predictable, physical hunger instead of emotional. At the start of a fat loss phase, most people deal with noise hunger, random cravings, stress eating, boredom snacking, and wanting sugar at the most random times. But after a few weeks of consistency, something shifts. Your meals fall into a rhythm, and your hunger shows up at the same times each day. It is no longer this loud and painful hunger, just a normal cue of your body saying, "Alright, it's time to refuel soon." Do this quick test to see if you're at this stage. When you are hungry, imagine eating something plain, like eggs, yogurt, or chicken breast. If that sounds unappealing, it is not physical hunger. It's your brain chasing dopamine. Most of my clients stop experiencing this need for dopamine from food once they start effectively losing body fat. The junk food cravings fade, and late-night snacking is way easier to control. There is research supporting this as well. A 2016 study found that regular eating patterns reduces subjective hunger and improves appetite control. So if your hunger is becoming more predictable and your cravings aren't running your day anymore, that's a clear sign your metabolism is responding positively and you are dropping fat, even if it is not visible yet. And now it's time for sign number 3. This is where most guys get confused. When you are losing fat, your belly is almost always the last place that shows it. But for your upper body, like your arms, face, and chest, that's usually where you see the earliest visual change. You might notice veins coming in on your arms, your jawline gets sharper, your chest starts to look tighter, and yet your stomach looks the same, and you start wondering what's going on. Here's the part nobody explains clearly. Different areas of your body have different types of fat cell receptors. Some areas like your arms, face, and legs have more beta receptors, which make it easier for your body to mobilize fat, while other areas like your lower stomach or lower back are more loaded with alpha receptors. These basically slow fat loss down, so your body literally prefers burning fat from the upper torso and legs first. That's not just genetics, that's physiology. You can think of it as having different body fat pockets. Some pockets drop fat faster, while other pockets take more time. Let me give you a real example. My online coaching client Nabil from Abu Dhabi. From 25 to 20%, the changes were almost all in his face, arms, and legs. His stomach barely moved, but he looks noticeably fitter with more muscle development. Then once we pushed from 20% down to the 10 to 12% body fat range, that's when everything showed up in the midsection. Lower abs coming in, obliques popping, that full Instagram look. All the belly fat that was resisting finally started dropping. That's exactly how fat loss works. Your stomach is stubborn until you keep on pushing and get even leaner. But this does not require you to maintain an extreme approach. Nabil, Zakaria, and other clients like Sylvester all achieved amazing progress while having a demanding career and a family life. What you need is structure, consistency, and a plan that's built for your lifestyle. If you want help with that, that's exactly what I do in my private one-on-one online coaching. I work with professionals who want to get lean in a sustainable way with a system that removes all the guesswork. Apply by visiting the link in the description below. If you are a good match, I will hop on a call with you and discuss your goals, so you can become one of my many success stories. Sign number 4 is one that almost no one talks about, but all of my clients experience it. Training starts feeling easier. When you're actually losing fat, your whole body starts moving differently. Your steps feel lighter, your workouts feel smoother, you do not get those random afternoon crashes anymore, and you recover faster from your workouts. Here's the best way to think about it. When you are carrying extra visceral fat, your body is like a phone with 20 apps running in the background. You can still function, but everything is slower. You are spending energy on things that you shouldn't be. But once that internal fat starts dropping, it's like closing all those apps. Suddenly, you have battery life again. Movement becomes efficient, not exhausting. So that's why before you see your belly fat physically moving down, you actually will feel yourself being lighter and more energized. One of my clients, Elias from France, hit this moment perfectly. For months, he struggled to get 5,000 to 6,000 steps per day. Then one week, without changing anything, he hit 10,000 steps by accident. He was not pushing harder, it was not a new program, he just felt lighter and more energized. That's not motivation, that's fat loss literally changing your body from the inside out before you make any progress in the mirror. And by the way, that same client Elias now, he's super ripped and travels around the world to run marathons for fun a few times per year. There's a line I tell my clients all the time. Fat loss is not just about looking lighter, it's about moving lighter. And once you feel the shift, it's one of the clearest signs that fat loss is actually happening, even if your belly has not caught up yet. And finally, sign number 5. This one catches many people off guard. When you are in a consistent calorie deficit and dropping fat, you might start feeling a bit colder throughout the day. Colder hands, colder feet. It's not your metabolism slowing down. It's your body doing what it's supposed to do. Here's the science behind it. When you eat less, you produce less heat because digestion in itself generates warmth. This is called the thermic effect of food. Fewer calories means less heat production. Think of it like your body lowering the thermostat a few degrees to conserve energy while it burns stored fat. A lot of my clients notice it without even linking it to fat loss. You might wonder why you feel cold in the office lately or why your hands feel colder at night. Simple. Your body is tapping into stored fuel. So if you suddenly feel colder than usual, do not panic. It's not a problem. It's a sign you're in a deficit and your body's actively burning body fat, even if it's not from your belly right away. So to recap, here are the 5 hidden signs that your belly fat is dropping. 1. Your visceral fat drops first before the belly fat you can touch. 2. Your hunger becomes more predictable instead of chaotic. 3. Your arms, face, and chest lean out before your stomach. 4. Your steps, workouts, and daily energy feel noticeably easier. And 5. You start feeling a tiny bit colder throughout the day. If you are noticing just 1 or 2 of these, you are on the right track, even if the mirror has not caught up yet. And if you want a structured, science-based plan without all the guesswork, that's exactly what I do in my one-on-one private online coaching. Training, nutrition, and progress strategy. Everything is designed and monitored by me personally, so you get the best support and results. Apply by visiting the link in my description, and I will get back to you. And that was all for today's video. I hope you have a better understanding now of when fat loss progress is actually happening, even if you cannot see it yet. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Also, here above I have an awesome new video for you, so go ahead and check that out, and I will see you in the next one.